Welcome to this training on recording the DWEL access ROI in Service Point. Now, this ROI, or release of information, grants access the permission to share data with DWEL, which will be matched with HMIS data. So, when you enter clients into HMIS, this will allow access to then match that data with HMIS so you can better understand how your client is interfacing with access for some very specific fields. Now, a couple of important notes is that a copy of the DWEL access ROI must be uploaded for the clients in order for access to match the data with HMIS data. In addition, the permission must be recorded on the ROI tab. If it is not recorded on the ROI tab, the access data will not be matched to your client's HMIS data. And the final important note is that this is not the same as the HMIS ROI. Clients who are entering projects in HMIS still have to sign the ROI for HMIS. The DWEL access ROI is a separate document which performs a different function, which is matching access data with HMIS data. Now, there are some pretty simple notes. We'll go into an actual training video to look at it in more detail, but in short, you'll record the DWEL access ROI on the ROI tab, and this will be in both Maricopa as well as Balance of State. For Balance of State users, we do recommend using the 717 or the Coordinate Entry EDA for ease of use and ease of visibility. In Maricopa, you can use the same EDA as you do data entry for the client. So if your client's enrolled in a shelter, you can record that DWEL access ROI under that same shelter EDA. Let's go ahead and jump into Service Point and see exactly what this process looks like for the DWEL access ROI. Now, here we are in Service Point, and the first thing I'll do, as I'm currently in the Balance of State Service Point implementation, I'll go into the 717 EDA, and I'll go ahead and search for my client. When recording the DWEL access ROI, it will have to be recorded on the ROI tab, and you'll start by selecting Add Release of Information. And if you have a family that you're enrolling or actually have the ROI signed for, you can select all family members. So I'll do that in this case, just as an example. We'll leave our provider with our EDA. We'll put release granted as yes, and the start date will be the date that the client signed the DWEL access ROI, and the end date will be 1 year or 365 days after the start date. So this ROI is only valid for 1 year and will have to be re-signed annually in order to continue the data matching between Access and HMIS. For documentation, you'll select DWEL access ROI. If this is not selected, it will not be recorded as allowing sharing, and that sharing will not happen. So it's really important that the documentation does reflect this option here. And then for the witness, put the person who was supporting the signing of the ROI. We'll save our release of information. Now, the next critical piece is uploading the DWEL access ROI into Service Point for record keeping. This does need to happen. It does need to be uploaded. It's easiest to attach it to the actual ROI that you've just recorded here. To do this, you'll click on the little paper clip icon here, and you'll click Add New File Attachment. Now, the attachment can be uploaded and attach just one profile, so upload for this client only, or all clients in the household. It may be easiest to just include all clients in the household, but you will have to upload the ROI for each client or each member in the household. Unfortunately, you're not able to upload more than one file at a time, so to repeat this process for every client. So to upload something, we'll click Choose File, and we'll go ahead and open the file. And you can write a description here. We'll upload that, and you'll see that upload come into place. Now, to upload the second attachment, we'll have to do Add New File Attachment once again. Again, I'll apply it to all family members. We'll choose the file, and this can be for the second client. And you continue uploading, you continue uploading file attachments in this method until all files are uploaded that you need. Once you're done, you click Exit, and the release information would then be properly recorded, now allowing for that data match between Access and HMIS to occur within the DWEL data warehouse. We'll jump back to the presentation before we wrap up this training. And before we leave, we'll have a few important notes that we just want to review. Please remember, only one DWEL access ROI is required per client. So if you already see that the client has this ROI in place and recorded in Service Point, you do not have to re-sign it, unless of course it's been expired or is no longer valid. As a note, guardians can sign the DWEL access ROI on behalf of minors. Minors under 18 cannot sign the DWEL access ROI themselves. In addition, and we mentioned this once before, is the DWEL access ROI must be renewed annually. So after 1 year, it no longer is valid, and then you have to have that client re-sign that ROI. An important note is that once the DWEL access ROI expires, the access data will not match to HMIS any data, historical or present. So if the access data was matching to HMIS data previously, once that ROI expires, that data matching will not be present or available any longer. That data is only matched while a DWEL access ROI is present. That's our training on the DWEL access ROI and how to record it in Service Point. Thank you for your time and have a good day.